USA Snowboarding HUNTS Podium in the return to Steamboat Springs. It's going to be a big one. This is Steamboat Springs week. Brad J. coming to you from Steamboat Springs, and the Visa Big Air is on the way. What's happened so far? If you want to rewind the clock and take a look at the results, of course, it's not been looking good for Team USA. Could this be the spark that they need to make it happen and return to the podium in slopestyle and in big air? Here's the results on the women's side. Let's take a look at this. This is from Beijing, the last World Cup for big air, and you can see Mia Brooks on top, large and in charge, representing the Union Jack, Great Britain. And I'll tell you what, I mean, look, when you come down to it, you have to look at snowboarding big air as the way the format is of that competition. And in the finals, you have to spin two different directions. And obviously, there's 4 directions to spin on a snowboard. We talk about that: front side, backside, switch backside, or cab, or switch front side, whatever you want to call that. But it's 4 ways to spin a snowboard. So a lot of people favor one way, and that'll get you in the qualifiers. One jump, one good trick, one good spin. Well, not one good spin, numerous spins will get you in. So there's the deal right there. But in the finals, you got to have 2. And they have to be spun in 2 different directions. So with that being said, how is Mia Brooks going to be? I don't know how Mia Brooks does not win a gold medal at the Olympics. And I'm not trying to say it is over, but we all know what she had, or we don't all know, but she spun a 14 in her run and a 1260 in her run. So a 1440 and a 1260 in her run. 2 opposite rotations in her jump. So you have to have 2 different rotations. She mixed them up. But who is beating that right now? And if that's the norm, you might as well say Mia Brooks has a better than average shot of being the Olympic gold medalist at the end of February. And big air. Slopestyle is a whole different situation. It brings in the rails into it. But we're not talking about slopestyle. We are talking about big air. And Mia Brooks is going to be tough to beat. No doubt about it. Let's go over to the men's side and take a look at that. Su Yiming, could he just be the gold medalist too as well? Could he go back to back? This guy, and look, he's got the 1980s. He can spin the 1980s, and he can spin him in all 4 directions. So no matter what, he can bring a different rotation to what he's doing. And he's got them both ways. He's hard to beat. And he's got one of the hardest ways to spin the switch backside. So I don't that unless you're coming to the table with that, and yeah, guys are doing different stuff nowadays, but Su Yiming has won back-to-back World Cup, and you got to take notice. And what you also got to take notice is you do not see an American in that mix right there. Where is Team USA in that mix? They're going to need to step up, and this could be the opportunity for them to do this, because you're going to have to face a guy like Su Yiming. Su Yiming is back-to-back champs in the last 2 World Cups, all in Beijing, so he's coming for you. He's a guy that means business. And when you can spin 1980s in all 4 directions, and you can land 2 different ones at any given time, you're not easy to beat. And if you're Mia Brooks, you're not easy to beat either, because you're doing things that not every one of the women can do in the field. And that's spinning 14s and 12s. So it is by no means this is over with. But the women, they've got to come back for Team USA, and they got to put things together. But this is the podium right here. This is the last podium for China. I'll tell you what, Mia Brooks has all been just crushing it. And for the men, like to see Renee Rinacongas make it up into the mix, and Kira Kimura too as well. So that's how it's looking right now. And if you're Team USA, right now you really need this opportunity. And if you look back to the last time we were here at Steamboat Springs, which we are now for the Visa Big Air coming up this weekend, the television show will be on the Outside Network on Saturday, the finals for that. But it has not been determined who are the other three guys that are going to represent the USA in the Olympics right now when it comes to big air and slopestyle. The only one that's official, like a referee's whistle, is going to be Red Gerard. He's the guy who's in. He qualified from his last event of last season is what got him in. But the other three spots, they're up for grabs. Chris Corning, Dusty Henriksen, Jay Cantor, Luke Winkleman, Ollie Martin, Shaun Fitzsimons. They're all looking for spots. And on the women's side, nothing's been predetermined. The only one to have qualified to represent the USA in women's snowboarding is Chloe Kim on the halfpipe side. But on the women's side, who are going to be the one for slopestyle and big air? Who are going to be those four? Hannah Norman, Haley Langland, Jamie Anderson on the comeback, Julia Marino, Lily Duranove. And I feel like Lily is the one that's looking like the closest right now because she's got a couple of results. Then Rebecca Flynn as well. So who is going to represent the U.S. when it comes on the women's side? Those are the ones. And those are questions that need to be asked. And if you look at what happened the last time we were here in Steamboat was 2021. And the best that a U.S. member did was 10th. And I think 10th or 11th. And I think that was Red Gerard if you go back and look at it. So there can be no more of that right now. This is the chance for the U.S. to step up and get to the podium, right? They're fired up. It's home snow. A lot have been waiting for this because it's a long season. If you go travel to China and you go to Beijing and you're there for 3 weeks where it's Shaun White's event, there's 2 other events going on, and you're there for 3 weeks, that does wear you down at the start of a year. And there's no way that you could say that does not wear you down. So a lot of snowboarders that did not, on the pro level, did not enter and were not there. But they are here in Steamboat Springs, and we'll have up-to-the-minute coverage for you every single day of the week. I'll be breaking it down for you right here from Steamboat Springs. So looking forward to doing that. So once again, you got to add it up. Who is going to represent the USA when it comes down to it? This is a big one, the first World Cup of this season on USA snow with only 2 months to go before the Olympics in Italy in February. So that's it, man. That's the plan. That's what's going down. We'll keep you updated from the road. This has been awesome. Access Media Snowboard. Thanks for tuning in. It's Steamboat Springs week right here. Access Media Snowboard. I'm Brad J, and I'll see you on the hill.